The homies are a group of tight-knit Chicano buddies who grew up in a Mexican-American barrio of Quien Sabes, located in East Los Angeles. The four main characters are Hollywood, Smiley, Pelon, and Bobby Loco. Their separate and distinct personalities and characteristics together make up a single composite entity that is the homies. In an inner city world plagued by poverty, opposition, violence, and drugs, the homies have formed a strong and binding cultural support system that enables them to overcome the surrounding negativities and allow for laughter and good times as an antidote to reality. The word homie itself is a popular street term that references someone from your neighborhood, or in a broader sense, anyone you acknowledge to be your friend. In use in the West Coast Latino community for decades, the word homie has crossed over into now mainstream hip hop street culture that has taken America's young people by storm. David Gonzalez. Droopy. Quiet and unassuming, Droopy is always in the background. He always appears to be stoned, though we never actually see him getting high. Droopy almost never says anything. He just exists. His look, walk, and talk are all slow and droopy. He will get laughs just by the way he looks and dresses. Droopy is one of the favorite toy characters and doesn't need much personality to endear him to the viewers. Droopy is one of the first homies created and is also based on a guy that is in every Chicano neighborhood. Big Loco. Big Loco is one of the most hardcore looking homies, but definitely a crowd favorite. His history is that he is a ex-gang member and did hard time in Folsom. Having gotten a degree in social working while in the joint, he is now employed as a youth gang counselor. Big Loco settles problems between rival gangs and addresses gang activity in the neighborhood through a government-funded program called Homie Outreach. Loco has extreme respect in the neighborhood and is gifted in the art of communication with troubled youth. If you ever seen a Chicano youth counselor, you will know that this is exactly what one looks like. Sapo. A short, droopy homie. Sapo is Spanish for frog, which is what he looks like. Sapo is a happy guy who just wants to laugh and check things out. He loves Mexican food and tends to have a lot of gas that he passes uncontrollably. He also burps a lot. He is gross but thinks it's funny. The girls are all disgusted by him, but the fellas think he's funny as hell. Mr.Raza. Mr. Raza is very passionate about his cultural heritage. He has a degree in Chicano studies, Latin America, and pre-Columbian history. Reading everything ever written by Chicano studies, poetry, and art. Politically aware, he educates and counsels the homies, encouraging them to continue their education and change the system. Smiley. An extremely happy soul who loves to have fun and just party, party, party. Smiley would be at the heart of a lot of jokes and gags. In a serious sense, he will be the comic relief. Every comment coming out of his mouth will be either humorous or idiotic. Smiley has no problem with anyone and is game to try absolutely anything. Smiley falls in love with every girl he meets. He's a woman-chasing hound dog, and he can't control it. He drives a '64 Chevy Impala convertible that is world famous as a record-holding hopper. He works at a hydraulic installation company called Homies Hydraulics. Though he works, he's always broke and bumming money off of other homies. Smiley never removes his bandana or his dark shades. He's also an excellent mechanic and does the upkeep on the homies' cars. 8 Ball. 8 Ball is very popular with the people who have known homies over the years. 8 Ball is named for the number 8 painted on his shoes, with a beanie that never comes off, eyes that are never shown, and a smile that never stops. 8 Ball is another character who can get laughs on looks alone. His personality is happy but cool.